I'm here with Bob Curtis Johnson. He's the principal consultant of Summit Day Media, the Alaska project. That sounds like a very ambitious project. What it is about?
Well, our ultimate goal would be to try to find all the very important cultural materials and find a way to preserve them. And that comes from living there for a long period and feeling very connected to the state and to its culture and its people. And it's a big job, of course, not unknown in other parts of the world, but we believe in it very strongly.
What are the preservation issues that Alaska has faced?
All the same ones that everyone always talks about, plus great distance, no road system. So a lot of air travel or waterway, rivers and boats, and probably a lack of archivists, educated folks, a lot of people who care deeply but do not have the skills and sometimes don't understand the technical need because they're familiar with consumer culture, consumer electronics, and they think that that is enough and that digital preservation can be done in that world. And it's probably better than nothing if it means losing the content, but of course we know it should be done more carefully, and so part of the goal is to educate as well as preserve.
And on the other hand, what are the preservation strengths Alaska has?
Well, one, I think we have very dedicated people who really love the state and the land and the other people. They're very connected to each other. And when people care that deeply, you can expect a certain level of commitment that will go beyond just, do I have a job today? Am I interested in this for a week or a month? No, maybe that's a lifetime endeavor. So people will stay, and they will also start projects. They don't wait necessarily for someone else to give them permission. If they see a problem, a lot of times they will take the initiative and just start something going.
And Alaska is a country with a lot of diversity, especially media diversity. How can the global community support this diversity in Alaska?
Well, what I hope is that we can find partners that are interested in these materials, interested in the content, the language, the cultural information that's there, and find a match between folks who have resources that are interested in and perhaps have educational goals to research that type of material, and they can be connected with people who need assistance in doing those kinds of projects. And we're open to ideas because we don't have all the answers, but we wanted to start to talk about it in a wider world and see what other ideas that other intelligent people have for us here in the EU.
And one last question. What do you think will archives look like in 2020?
No fair. Much the same, I think. We're already digital. We already are a mix of analog and digital. We will still have those materials because if we're smart about it, we won't throw anything away, even if the machinery is going obsolete, because someone may make a new machine. Perhaps you will find a new way to play back these old tapes. Sometimes you know how they have a laser to read a disc that doesn't even touch the disc instead of putting a needle in it. Something like that may come along. Some technology is always changing. So I think the archives will look a lot like they do, but they will have a lot more skill at reaching the public directly rather than being approached through broadcast or production entities. I think they'll be a lot more directly connected to their fans, the people that use the materials. It'll be the general public.
Well, then I wish you all the best with Archiving Alaska and have a great conference.
Well, thank you very much. Same to you.
Thanks. Perfect. preservation issues that Alaska is facing?